Genesis is on a roll. This luxury car company has won a place in the hearts and the driveways of so many Americans by filling its cars with a lot of technology and a lot of luxury. So what's a car company to do next? It is this. This is the G80 Sport. You might remember the G80 sedan. It was the flagship that Genesis rolled out as it broke away from its parent company, Hyundai. Then the company introduced the compact G70 sedan, the much larger G90 sedan, and its SUVs, the full-size GV80 and the compact GV70. Each model was known for lots of technology, lots of luxury, lots of innovation, and they did very well. American buyers, North American buyers bought them up. So what's a company to do with all of that success under its belt? Well, what they did was they went back to the drawing board with the G80 and called it the G80 Sport. So what does that mean, G80 Sport? What's different about the G80 now? Well, what Genesis did was essentially take away all the things that buyers didn't love and focused on the things that buyers did love and that buyers did want. That is a larger engine, a sport-tuned suspension, less noise, quieter cabin, and more luxurious features on the inside. We got to take a test drive in beautiful Paso Robles, California, and here's what we learned. So you know that you're looking at a Genesis when you recognize these things. There is the large grille in the front, there are the lights that span the side of the car, and they actually mimic the badge right here. The badge has the center core and wings on either side, and the badge and the grille, the front grille, are actually designed to mimic one another. It's a pretty cool design. You'll also notice that there are reflector lights here on the side of the car. Our model has the 20-inch sport wheels, the same wheels that you'll see on the GV70. And then back here, you'll see these same lights on the rear of the Genesis G80 Sport. All designed to bring the badge, the Genesis badge, truly to life. Another thing that is really cool is you can open the trunk by pushing a button. So that's something that Genesis has done on their SUVs, is added a push button trunk opener or lift gate opener. They've done this on the sedan as well. I really like that. And of course it's a luxury car, so you can push a button to close it as well. But the real beauty of the Genesis G80 Sport is inside the car. So come inside, I'm going to show you. You wouldn't be wrong to hop into the rear seat of the G80 Sport first. And that's because, yes, while this is a driver's focused car and everything in the front seat is for the driver, back here there are a lot of comforts. So it starts with the leg room. There's a lot of leg room. I'm 5'8". This seat is set for passenger comfort in the front. I've got plenty of room, plenty of headroom, but there are some other things that rear seat passengers will love. It starts with this in the fold down armrest. There, of course, are cup holders, but then there's this button. Look what it does. You can push a button and raise or lower the rear sunshade, which is pretty nice. We also have heated seats, and then in here, there are two standard USB ports, and there's a little shelf where you can leave a phone or change or whatever it is that you want to leave out. And then if you don't want this, if you want space for a fifth passenger, you can put it away. Another thing that you have is you have climate control here, so you can set your temperature and you can set your fan speed and you can even turn it off if you like. So you have all the control for all the comforts in the rear seat. The one thing you can't control but you do get is the panoramic sunroof. So it covers about half of the rear seat and it covers all of the front seat, so everybody has a lot of light. Last, if you have too much sun or not enough, there is a sunshade here for rear seat passengers too. Rear seat passengers can also control the position of the front seat. So you want a little more leg room, you can just push these buttons right here. It's a clever thing that Genesis has added standard on all of its vehicles, and one of the reasons that its customers love the brand. But check this out.
Please say a command.
Open the rear windows.
Opening rear windows.
How about that? Genesis G80 Sport is a driver-focused car, and it starts with the steering wheel and the screens. Yes, screens. There's a driver information screen here, and there's a head-up display here that allows you to see not only your speed and the speed limit, but also turn-by-turn navigation if you've set up navigation in the multimedia system. You can also scroll through different functions here to allow you to see different things. You can see your trip odometer, you can see your compass, you can see your drive information, and then you can also see the driver assist and safety features that are functioning here. When you put it in adaptive cruise by pushing this button, they call it Smart Cruise, when you put it into Smart Cruise, then you'll also see those functions at work here. That is a digital screen. It's really beautiful, and the thing that I love about it are the muted colors. It's not, it looks like a really beautiful animated graphic as opposed to a structural or metal driver speedometer and tachometer, which is kind of what we're used to. So it mimics that, but it also gives a very modern feel. Over here, embedded in the dash is our multimedia system, and it's actually not a touch screen. In fact, notice that I can't reach it. And the reason I can't reach it is because it is not designed to be touched. It's actually positioned for your eyes to give you the optimal optimal distance for focusing on this screen and switching your focus to the road. So you're not having to look too close and lose your focus of the road. It's really a safety feature. And to control it, you use this touchpad here. Another detail that's really cool is this. So this is not just a dial controller for your information media screen, but it also allows you to do this. So you can choose navigation and then, whoops, search. So you click it to get search, just push down and get search. But check this out. If for some reason navigation is having trouble understanding my voice guidance and what I'm requesting, I can actually just write it here. It gives me some really good suggestions. Isn't that funny? It also shows me how to delete, clear, or add a space. So I can delete a letter by swiping back. So I can just delete. I can also just clear by swiping 2 fingers. And there I go. So it's nice to have some human-centered, human-like function in this car. I want you to notice this though. This is the first thing that caught my eye when I got into this car. This is actually a quilted weave carbon fiber trim, and it's not only on the dashboard here and on the door panels, but it also covers this center console, which under here is where the phone charger is. There are 2 USB ports, and then here are your cup holders. The multimedia scroller here, your volume and tune dials here, which are this textured metal. The driver, the shift by wire is what they call it, but it's really an electronic gear selector is here. Auto hold, which is one of my very favorite features, is here. And then here are our drive modes. The drive mode selector, there is the camera, and then the park assist function here. You push this and it will help you to find and pull into a parking spot. All really nice and very elegant. The one last thing I'll show you is under here, there's a button that you can use to open the armrest console. The climate control panel and your hot buttons are right here. So map, navigation, radio, media, your favorites, and then the setup button to set up your favorites are all right here. But this climate control panel is really cool. I like that you can dial down or up your temperature, cabin temperature, and then this is haptic. So you just touch it and you can actually feel the pop, the haptic pop on the screen for the fan speed. Then you can also turn on or off your heated and cooled seats here, heated steering wheel. You can turn on auto for climate. You can sync your climate here. But this little piece of glass that pops with a haptic pop when you touch it is a pretty elegant detail in the Genesis G80 Sport. But when you get into the G80 Sport, the thing that you really notice is what really sets Genesis apart, and that is this interior. I wish you had smell-o-vision, because the smell, the fragrance of the leather is just heavenly. It's refined. It gives you that feeling of being in a cloud of luxury, and I just love it. Now in the G80 Sport, we have this new chevron patterned quilted leather here. There are 4 interior color choices. 2 are black, one has gray stitching and one that does not have gray stitching. There is a red interior, and then there's this beautiful gray and beige or cream. It is just luscious. This is my favorite choice. The thing that I like about it, I like that there are dark colors where we need them, like on the dash and the carpets. There's this dark gray piping along the seats, but where it matters, where your eye falls to the important points in the car, the seats where you're going to have a companion sitting, to the center console where you're looking for things, that's where you're going to find the white leather, and that's where it's so delightful to see. The other thing that I'll show you is this, and you'll just want to touch. You'll just want to get in this car and touch. It's the Alcantara suede headliner. It's a micro suede. It's designed to last and to stay clean, but it completes the cloud of luxury feel in the Genesis G80. People here are so nice. We are in El Paso de Robles, which is otherwise known as Paso Robles, in Central California, test driving the G80 Sport. For around town, it's super nice. We're about to take it out on the highway to see what it's like on twisty, turny roads. If those are the roads that you have in your daily routine, then this is the experience that you might have if you were driving the Genesis G80 Sport. So a couple of things that I noticed in driving the G80 Sport on the highway. This car is loaded with technology, and it has technology it's called evasive steering, which means that if somebody's coming towards you, you can feel the car anticipating that and responding. And I was driving up a hill today, and there were trucks in my way that were coming towards me, as they were just oversized trucks. So, I mean, I could see them. We were in no danger, but the car actually sensed it, and I could feel the steering tightening up a little bit and steering me out of the path of danger. So pretty incredible technology to have in your car, something that anticipates when you might get in a dangerous situation and helps to prevent that. Not only can it help to steer you out of danger's way, but it also, the steering response and there's also some lights that show up on the head-up display and in your driver information screen that let you know, that draw your attention back if somehow your mind has wandered somewhere else, which we know that never happens, right? We're never distracted. But I want you to listen to that. It's pretty quiet. So the Genesis G80 Sport has enhanced road noise mitigation, which means that not only is there insulation, and then in the summer tire trim, the very top level, there's actually a road noise canceling system that will cancel out any noise that comes from the tires. It's been a great day out here in Central California where we got to drive the G80 Sport through wine country. You can tell by all the dirt on the car that we really did put it to the test. We're in the 375 horsepower car. Was fantastic on the curvy, hilly roads of wine country. It was also really great on the 101 where we got to put all of the driver assist and safety features to work as traffic was merging in and out. The car really looks out for you on the road when there are other cars that might interrupt your trip. This G80 Sport starts at about $63,000, really nicely loaded. You get a lot of great features, including massage seats and the premium Lexicon sound system. Tops out at about $70,000, so not a big spread for a lot of great luxury in this 5-passenger, 4-door luxury sedan.